lot on April 29th, and then we went to Orlando to spend some time with both sets of grandparents. We left Orlando on May 8th.
Somebody gave my dad frequent fly miles, so he's on a different plane. But we are on a plane. Rose and Mom's ticket costed $1,600 for a one-way trip each. And me and Esther's ticket costed $1,300 each.
So right now, Dad's going to his gate to go through security. This is our security line that my mom had to go through. So if you're not 12 and under or you're accepted for pre-check, this is a really long line you have to go through. If you are accepted for pre-check or you're 12 and under, then you get to go through a really nice short line where you don't have to take anything out of your bag, and it's really nice.
Hey friends, we are on the ground in Orlando about to take off. It is Thursday, May 8th. We left the house where Pastor Billy's parents live at 4:30 in the morning, and it is about 7:30 now. We're ready to take off to Houston, and we're just about to leave the gate. We're starting our 30-hour trip to
How did you like the trip?
It was fun, and I liked the TV.
We are on the plane to Hawaii. We are in Texas right now. We had to run, and we had 2 terminals to get through, so it was quite a long run, and we barely made the flight, but we are on it. And it was a very good flight, our first one from Orlando to Houston, where we are now. It was just over 2 hours. This flight is supposed to be 8 hours and 45 minutes, so this will be our longest leg of the journey, leg number 2, and we are still excited and going strong. Esther also wants you to know that we all have blankets and pillows on this flight. And I'm excited because there's a little bit more room under the seats as well.
Oh, how did you like the flight?
I like the snacks, and I liked the movies on the way to Honolulu.
So we have been traveling now for a really long time. I think it is about 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so 12 hours since our flight left, and I'm going to show you our cool screens that we've had in this flight, but we are definitely getting tired finally. Okay, here's our really cool screens, and you can see how many, we're getting pretty close to Hawaii, and then we're going to be running, but thankfully only 2 gates to Guam. So here's our full screen. Hopefully you can see this. So distance to destination is 94 miles. You can see we're just about ready to land. Hopefully it's focusing in. And then I want to show you one more screen. It's going to show how many miles we've gone. Hopefully soon. Oh, that's cool. Didn't see that before. You can see how far we've traveled. This was a long flight, about 8 hours and 45 minutes is what it was supposed to be. I think we went a little bit quicker.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain has just indicated we are making our approach into Honolulu. To assist in the preparation of the cabin for landing, please bring your seat backs and tray tables to their upright and locked positions. Make sure your seatbelts are securely fastened about you. All carry-on luggage that's been brought out during the flight is restowed. We thank you very much. We'll be on the ground in just a few minutes. Your flight crew will be coming through one last time to collect all beverage items as well as any other articles you'd like to discard. Thank you very much. We'll be on the ground in just a few minutes. Once again, we're coming into gate 9.
So we've been interrupted a lot on our flight with these announcements. We've been having an awesome time watching movies, such as Lego and Lord of the Rings and Frozen and Saving Mr. Banks, which I highly recommend. It was wonderful if you know Mary Poppins. Anyway, I wanted to show you the cool screen because it is really neat. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it back around. So if you can see on this screen, see if I touch it, it's all touch screen. And it has movies button, and there's just tons of different movies, and there's music and games and the flight map and all of that. So we really had a good time on this flight with the video things.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
We
Welcome
are
aboard
on the flight from
201
Hawaii to Guam. We're hoping to take off soon. We're running a little bit behind, which was actually good for us because our last flight was behind too. We are very bummed because this plane, although it is bigger, does not have TVs, or we can't figure out any way to even plug headphones in, which is really weird. So I don't know how old this plane is, but it's very interesting. So instead we're having to figure out non-conventional ways to have fun. Non-electronic, that's the word. We're getting kind of tired now. So in 7 hours and 45 minutes, we should be in Guam.
This is our lunch. We have barbecue chicken with rice, some vegetables, salad, roll, dessert, salt and pepper.
This is annoying. My nose is disgusting. Unreliable tomato.
So how did you like the food?
The snacks were pretty good. You had to buy the snacks, but on the way to Guam, they did have some lunch for us that was really good. I really enjoyed it.
So we're finally on our last leg of our journey. It's been 29 hours since we left the airport in Orlando. This is a 50-minute flight. We're very thankful that it's fast. We were definitely very tired, but we had a great time visiting with the church here in Guam with their pastor and his wife, and we're able to get some sleep, which was very needed. And we're hoping that Billy is on the island now and has been there for about an hour, and we're looking forward to making it to our final destination.
We arrived in Saipan safely on May 10th at 3:30 a.m. Saipan time. That is 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. Friday, May 9th, we traveled for 30 hours.
So Sam had a really long trip. He left Vermont on Saturday morning, May 10th at 1 a.m. with some friends that took him down to Boston, and he had to get there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then they loaded him onto the plane, and he got on the plane at 8 o'clock. So he left Boston for San Francisco, and then in San Francisco he was there for a few hours, and then he took a plane to Honolulu, Hawaii, and there he went through their quarantine process, which thankfully, because we had done all our paperwork and all ahead of time, he was there less than 24 hours and was released from their quarantine program and then took a flight to Guam. And so he arrived in Guam on Monday at 6 p.m. and then he was stuck there in Guam for 2 days because they didn't have any cargo flights from Guam to Saipan. And so then Wednesday morning he got on the plane and went to Rota, and I think was there for a few hours, and we finally got to see him about 4:30 here in Saipan, and we were absolutely thrilled, and he was released to us immediately at the airport, and so that was a huge blessing. We had a lot of people praying for him, but he had quite the huge trip.
Sam, how did you like the trip? So what was Sam like when he first got to Saipan?
He was very excited to get out of the kennel and to see us, but he wasn't himself for the first couple of days. He wasn't eating much and he was sleeping a lot more than normal.